Hi, my name is Betty Clark, and this is my reading journey. So I think everyone's reading journey is a little bit different. My reading journey is different than my significant others, or that girl that lives in the apartment next door. The assignment states that we should be fun and have creative, and be creative. So I think that I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I think that I'm going to think about the role that reading has played throughout my entire life, not just the role that reading plays in my life currently. So here is my box. It's a little hard to show. This is my box, and I'm going to use it to show you my reading journey. So don't really remember how my reading journey began, but I can assume that it began with books like this. Dr. Seuss is usually a generally good place to start. So I'm sure I started my reading journey with books like this. And so I have this picture in my box, and it's a picture of me being carried. And this picture is in my reading journey box because it shows the support that I have received over the years, whether it be from my teachers or from my parents in learning to read and becoming a lifelong reader. And so that's why this picture is in my box, to represent my reading journey. So after Dr. Seuss, I graduated to books like this. And my mom told me that this was the first book that I was able to read by myself. But I wasn't really reading, I had the words memorized. So I would tell her to turn the page and I would read to her. So that was Goodnight Moon. So I think that's probably a pretty significant part of my reading journey. I don't really remember how my reading journey started. I have that little bit of information from my mom. But I do remember when reading became important to me. So Harry Potter is in my reading journey. This is the first Harry Potter book in my reading journey box. This is the first Harry Potter book, and when I was in second grade, I decided I wanted to read Harry Potter because someone else in my class was reading it. It was way too hard for me, but my mom and I would take turns reading. She would read a paragraph, and then I would read a paragraph, and she would read a paragraph, and I made it through the very first Harry Potter book in second grade. And that was when reading became important to me. Like, my parents really supported me through reading, and I really wanted to read Harry Potter. So my mom and I continued the entire series to read every Harry Potter book together, one page at a time, each taking turns. And that continued through junior high. So I have my car keys in my reading journey box, and I think that probably about the time that I learned to drive, reading to me became less significant. And it shouldn't have, but I was very caught up in what all my friends were doing and what other people were doing that I stopped reading for fun. Another thing that is in my box that caused that decrease in reading for fun is a video game. And it's not necessarily just this video game that caused the decrease in reading for fun, but it's all video games because they take time. And I really like to play video games, and so that probably has decreased the amount of time that I spend reading for fun. In college, the role that reading plays comes in things like this. This is a textbook that I had last semester, and it's, we spend a lot of our time reading textbooks. So I think that the role reading has for me right now is the importance of reading expository texts and being able to decipher the information that I need from them. And so that's a big part of my reading journey currently, is spending a lot of time reading books like this. When I do read for fun, which I like to, I prefer books that have an emotional response or trigger an emotional response for me. And so I have a box of Kleenexes in my reading journey box. because currently my reading journey generally consists of books that people tell me that I'm going to love because they will emotionally react with me, which is why the next two books are in my reading journey box. So Malice is a book that I read for a different class, and it is part graphic novel, part regular novel. The graphics in Malice are really cool, and they really add to the story. I generally don't like graphic novels, but Malice is actually my favorite book. It's by Chris Woody. Recommend that everyone read it. So, but anyways, this book is in my reading journey box because it's a time when I realized in college that I need to continue to read for fun instead of just reading textbooks, because reading will decrease importance if I just read the textbooks. And then on my thing of liking emotional books that trigger emotional responses, I read Wonder last semester and really enjoyed it. It's a fantastic book, and it does trigger that emotional response. It's by R.J. Palacio. It's really good, awesome, fantastic book. And then that brings me to the last thing that is in my reading journey basket, which is my iPad. There are a lot of fantastic apps used for reading on the iPad, like iBook and the Kindle app, and this is where I do most of my current reading. So I think another big part of my reading journey is the ability to use technology to continue reading and to continue reading for fun. And so I spend a lot of my time with this iPad in my hands, and if I open a book instead of another app, that's, thumbs up for me, I suppose. So that's my reading journey, and I'm excited about this class because it really gives me an opportunity to experience new texts and read new books and read some things for fun, and that's what I'm most looking forward to. Right now I'm reading The Difference Between You and Me on my iPad. So anyways, that's the end of my reading journey. Thank you. Bye.